Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Serious Strategy Gamer and we're returning to our Let's Play of Command, where we're trying to defend against the Russian assault on the Baltic countries as NATO. So you can see we've pretty much lost Latvia and Estonia, or at least the air superiority over these areas. We do have very little flights over here, but we are defending against some attacks here in Lithuania, with us hunting down some of these bombers that did a number on us on this area over here in the Savaki Gap. So they destroyed a lot of bridges over here, but at least we are trying to punish them a little bit for that. And we're bringing in these guys. For example, have we launched a missile or allocated a missile here? Yeah, we have allocated a missile. It's not being launched yet. Your sensors are on though, so that's fine. So probably you're going to launch at this guy soon. We've also launched a couple of missiles here, down here, on these Su-24s. We're not exactly sure what they're doing, but they are shooting missiles all around. We do have a couple of F-16s here. They did launch a couple of missiles. We're turning away now because we're afraid that all of these installations here in Kaliningrad, which is a Russian enclave, are probably sending missiles our way, so that's pretty bad. We've also have a little bit of a kerfuffle here with two aircrafts coming in, also Su-24s. Fences. They've been launching a number of missiles on our naval base here in Gdansk, or close to the Gdansk. We're trying to defend against these missiles. You can see still a couple of them are coming in. They destroyed a bit of this base, but not completely, so that's bad. We, on the other hand, have flight of MiG-29s from the Polish Air Force that are trying to shoot down these two aircrafts, and they in turn are being engaged by surface-to-air missiles from Kaliningrad itself. So this is a little bit of, they are trying to hunt down our aircraft are trying to hunt down their aircraft are trying to destroy our base. On the other hand, we've launched a couple of ships over here, and they in turn have launched a number of missiles at these Russian ships over there, and we hope to sink them. They are about 3 ships. We are sending 5 missiles per ship, so hopefully that is going to be fine. You can see there are a couple of other surface-to-air missiles in this vicinity. We don't know exactly where they are. I think they're coming from these aircrafts, but we are very uncertain where they are. It doesn't matter too much exactly. And lastly, we have a Tomahawk missile over there, streaming towards one of their radar installations. So let's see whether that is going to work out. And as always, I had to reduce the sound over here. So we've got a missile here, another surface-to-air missile streaming out from one of these bases. They're probably trying to... oh yeah, that's a funny thing. We've launched a couple of missiles at some of their ships, and we destroyed their ships. So these our missiles are just continuing on their path until they find something. They'll not be finding anything, but the Russian air installations are trying to shoot down our missiles. So they are sending a couple of missiles on towards our missiles, so that's an issue. And yeah, you can see some of these missiles here are coming towards our RB-15s, which have been launched by our shipping down here, our Polish ships, hoping to destroy some of their ships there. Right, so let's see about that. This here is going to be interesting, and over here we do need to see whether we can outrun these missiles. We certainly hope to be able to do that. They are fast, man, and I don't think we can outrun them. In fact, our aircraft here might be starting to turn soon. We are trying to still attack them with our missiles. And there is still all of these guided missiles coming in towards our base. I kind of doubt whether we'll be able to shoot them down, but let's see, maybe. No, 2 misses there. That's pretty bad. Another miss there, so these guys are going to hit us. These guys might be hitting us. Hopefully we'll be hitting them. And a lot of things are happening here, so more missiles coming up from over here. Hopefully not too effective against us. We really have to see. How are things looking up here? Okay, still. Everyone is returning over there. We are trying to build up a ship base over there, so that's fine. But yeah, really the big fight is over here, over the bay of Gdansk. So very close towards that. We are going to be attacked there. We did miss there, so that's bad. Some of our missiles up here are being hit, so that's unfortunate, but not too critical. They're just missiles. I'm really afraid about these aircrafts down here. We've got 4 MiG-29s. These missiles are very likely to hit us, I think. Let's wait a second here. A lot of things are happening, so... yeah. The military base has been damaged. There is a minor fire. So we've suffered some damage over here. I don't think it's too critical. We do still have a couple of boats over here. And some of them are docked. They'll be taking a long time to replenish. There's still more missiles coming in, so that's still pretty bad. And these aircrafts here might just have done a number on these surface-to-air missiles. Yeah, I think it looks like we have successfully outran them. So that's very nice to see. Can you do me a favor and launch more missiles at this guy? Yeah, you are doing that already. Perfect. Good. Right, let's take a second here. So we've destroyed a Russian aircraft. I don't know where though. Over here? No. That must be one of our aircrafts. No, down there? Okay, perfect. So yeah, that's very lovely. Our F-16s have successfully engaged one aircraft down here. These SQ-24s are still being engaged by 2 missiles each. This missile might also be locking onto them, so that's perfectly fine. And a very good result down there. Indeed. No, you've in fact lost your target lock over there. So let's come back over here so that we might be steering them in. More surface-to-air missiles, yeah, that's fine. They're just engaging these shipping missiles, so that's okay. We've apparently shot down a missile there, that's okay too. Still a number of them coming up this way, so yeah, that's still an issue. You've only got yeah, can I allocate you on towards here? That'd be okay. Yeah, and now your range drops down. That's okay too. I think we can also allocate one of these archer weapons, which are just short-range missiles, but that's okay. Ooh. And more surface-to-air missiles coming at us, so we're gonna have to see about that. And more missiles being launched over here. Probably at this RB-15, which is a little bit meaningless. We've also shot down another aircraft down here. Only one aircraft to go. But only one missile being locked onto that. But we did manage to shoot it down, so that's perfectly fine. And I think these missiles are they actually locked onto anything? I don't think you can lock onto aircrafts that are on this airfield. Just look at how many spots they've got. No, I don't think you can lock onto these, so that's fine. These 2 aircraft only have 2 missiles left. So what we might want to do then is bring you up a little bit closer towards this area, and that should be okay. We can turn off our radar for the meantime. That's okay too, and I think you can just go to cruise speed so that you have a little bit more staying power down there. Right, let's turn back over here. I know it's a little bit just going all over the place, but I think we're going to be alright. So yeah, more missiles coming in here. You're very low. I think that's promising. But we're going to have to see. On the other hand, these missiles here are running blind. And we're not engaging some of these ships or missiles there. So that is a big issue. Actually, I don't know why you're not returning to base. More surface-to-air missiles, probably against the RB-15, so that's okay. Some of our missiles here being shot down, that's no good. We are shooting one at this guy. We've already lost 3 of our missiles that are coming towards this ship. So yeah, let's see about that. 1 missile lost down here. And you can see they are lighting up with various different things. More missiles being launched, that's fine. These are just the normal, this is just the normal stuff that's happening. But I think we might be good down here. I think we might be able to hit them. There you go. Yes. Very good short range hit there. This guy here might survive. So unfortunately we might be able to only destroy 2 of his ships. But I think this guy will be toast. There are 8 missiles coming towards him. So yeah, very unlikely that is going to hit anyone. Our MiG-29s down here so far seem to be doing pretty good. So that's okay. Ooh, you've spotted a missile being launched from this guy. I think what we might want to do then is actually look at a good number of missiles to you. I don't know what it is. It's probably a short-range defense missile. We're still being engaged over here. Prevent Russian ship sunk. That's very nice. More surface-to-air missiles, all of them I think going for this. That's fine, that's perfectly good. I like that. I enjoy that very much. Right, just a single missile might be coming in through over there. Oh, wait a minute. Kazub. That's one of our ships. NATO frigate sunk. Where? Wait a minute. How did we lose the ship? Oh, it might be in dock. I think it might have hit us in the dock. Yeah. Yeah, so in the dockyard, one of these missiles did hit us, and we were being torched over there. On the other hand, how are things looking down here? Lots of missiles being launched at this guy, that's fine. I very much appreciate that. Yeah. On the other hand, that was the last missile down here. But Gdania military base definitely has suffered quite a bit of damage over here. Oh, you don't have any boats left? There might be a lot of ships that have been sunk over there. These guys here have done a good job though. You are still trying to hunt that. I don't think you'll be able to succeed there. If we are lucky, they will be continuing to shoot surface-to-air missiles at these guys as they're streaming past. It will be annoying with all of the pop-ups, but the good thing is that will give us some indication. There's a missile down here. We are shooting missiles at them. That's fine. Yeah. So the pop-ups will be a little bit annoying, but other than that, we should be fine. Let me have a look over here. Not sure. Are you launching at this guy? And if not, why not? We've got allocated, but you have not enough target reflection. Okay, so what if we bring it down to 12,000 feet? And I think the issue is that you're being jammed. Still, we are catching up to you, so I think we're gonna be alright down there. There are a couple of Su-35s. These are very good fighters. These are very modern fighters. They are much more modern than these MiG-29s, obviously. So I'm not too sure whether we want to face off against them. Yeah, they are fighters. They are fighters, and I think they're coming down towards us. Just look at all of them withdrawing and looking smart because they've defeated us, basically. These guys down here, I'm not too sure. Let's mark them as unfriendly, potentially. We now know this is a merchant vessel. I do want to find out what exactly it is. And this guy here with the training... This training vessel... Well, I think what we can do is bring you up over here. Just on a maximum altitude. And you know what? We're going to turn your sensors on. Oh, you don't have any. You just have eyeballs. Okay, fine. Right, okay, let's resume. Things down here. Let's see whether we are going to be shot down by this missile. Or whether we can shoot down this guy. Or maybe both. Okay, that's fine. So we did defeat him there. Let's get over here. And allocate a lot of stuff on this guy. And I do want to engage you sort of maximum with everything we've got. Right, because then our guys can return to base and we might be alright down there. I think you're going after burner speed, so that should be okay. More missiles being spotted. Okay, yeah, you're gonna shoot down this missile. That's, yeah. There you go. Fine. Good. You guys here are doing fine. You're probably gonna find some aircraft down up here. Let's see about that. Right, you guys are turning. You're gaining speed. That's fine. Let's get your intercept course a little bit more clearly towards over there. Ooh, this might actually be targeted at our aircraft. Let's continue to watch this guy. Visual camera. Yeah, okay. Friends, you need to run. Minimum altitude, that's fine. Now let's get to military speed. Try to outrun them. I think we actually have to go to afterburner. Let's try to outrun them. Let's be as low as possible. Minimum altitude, that's fine. You're actually pretty high. Don't know why you are that high. Well, let's see. And let's try to catch this guy nonetheless. You're being very low down here. That I appreciate, because that makes it much less likely that you're going to be under radar contact. You are increasing in height. Okay, that's fine. Can we just make sure that there is no sort of limitation on the target altitude? No, I don't think so. Anything is fine. Launch altitude is at least 200 feet above. Okay, can I go to low altitude? Okay, they are so difficult to handle. I mean, just the entirety of the situation is extremely difficult for us to handle. Not sure whether you're launching at these guys or at our aircraft. Yeah, and these surface-to-air missiles there, definitely targeted at us. Why are you so low? I want you to go minimum altitude. Terrain following. There we go. You're at 36,000 feet. Of course you're going to be targeted at that altitude. Yeah, and these guys are being targeted. Okay, you're at 80 feet. Can I get you towards 250 feet? Can I do that? Yeah. And 250 should be enough to launch you. Are you not? Launch altitude 200 feet above ground level. We are over the sea, so that should be identical. And you have allocated everything sort of on this guy, haven't you? Yeah. Not sure why you're not launching your missiles. Okay, you know what? I think it's time to withdraw. So let's go this way. Let's go minimum altitude. Let's go afterburner speed. And see what you can do. Would be nice if you were to launch some missiles at this guy, but if not, there's nothing we can do. Okay, you're running away. And you over there still haven't caught up to this guy. I wonder why that is. He's increasing in altitude. Okay. Well, let's follow that. And let's allocate one weapon also. No directors available. Is that because you're jammed? Well, let's see about that. Right. Okay, yeah, these missiles are coming towards our aircraft here. I think they are in trouble. Yeah, and these Su-35s are attacking us now. So that means we actually have to run away here. But that's going to be alright. I think at this distance, you can see basically this missile only has a range until here. If we are able to outrun them, that should be perfectly okay. You simply need to turn around though, and you know what, we're going to go for afterburner speed here for a second, just to make sure that we are doing this as fast as possible. Yeah, they are continuing to launch missiles. That's alright. I think they're pretty much wasted their ammunition. Okay, fine. Go ahead then. Okay, perfectly fine. Ooh, down here, these guys are not doing so well. Yeah, I think they did come from over here, didn't you? You're now engaged defensively, so you can see them doing some funny maneuvers. Likewise, these guys. I would hope that if you are low enough... How about your sensors? There we go. I think this is the first F-16 that we've lost. So yeah, that's obviously kind of bad. Let's see whether the other one can survive. Nope. The entire flight is gone, so that's a pity. Nevertheless, they have taken down 3 aircraft, so I think that's fine. You here are low enough, it appears, so that some of these missiles here are missing us. But is it going to be enough? I don't know. Some of these missiles, I think, still continue to have a target lock. But these guys are definitely streaming past us. These ones I'm not too sure, so at least 3 missiles seem to be coming at us. And that's not good. That's not... Ooh, we're gonna lose aircraft over here. Oh man, we might be lucky. This one might still be going for this contact here. Dear God. Okay, you're all engaged defensively. That's fine. It appears like all of their missiles have streamed past us, so that's okay. You're fine. How about this Tomahawk? Okay, I think it probably has not done too well here, has it? Can we get a contact report on you? Yeah. This is... I don't think it has arrived over here. Not sure what this missile is going for. Seems to be out of contact with anything. Yeah, some of their missiles are really going... Not really sure what you're going for. I think these are just air-to-air missiles. Yeah, these missiles are coming towards us. That's alright though. I think we'll be able to outrun them kind of comfortably. So that should be okay. And you know what? I think what we're going to do here is we are going to use our aircrafts at Neuenburg Air Base. And at least get, you know what, half of them. Let's launch them as a group. That should be okay. So we're going to bring up these aircrafts towards over here. Potentially land them over there as well. And that should be okay. Also the Brandenburg class ship here from the Germans seems to have launched. So we're going to try to get it to catch up with all of the other aircraft. And that should be okay. And that is very nice. So the most important aircrafts that we have right now, I think, are these 6 F-16s and these 4 Tornadoes over here. All of these guys are armed with HARM missiles. These HARM missiles are to be used against their radar installations, and that will kill off their capabilities to send surface-to-air missiles at us, to some degree at least, and that should be okay. You know, you guys, can you do me a favor and sort of not turn into the path of these missiles there? That would be splendid, wouldn't it? Okay, fine. You know what, you can probably do it like this. That should be okay. Good. You're still running away from that missile, so that's okay. We do have the capabilities to launch a lot of things. Look at these RB-15s. They're pretty much passing over this radar one by one, but I don't think they'll be able to lock onto anything there, so that's a pity, but should be okay. Right, there's a lot of stuff down here. Can we do anything against them? I think these guys still... How many anti-air missiles do you typically have? I think we know that you've launched your anti-shipping missiles. But you don't necessarily have a lot of anti-air missiles. Well, unless you have that as a sort of store. That's what, the AK... No, that's just Chav. So what have you actually launched at us? You haven't launched the Smurge. And you're only carrying a couple of SSA-9s. Plus 20 on a mount magazine. Okay, no, you do have a lot of those, so we can't really just deplete their stockpile by launching at them. We really need to target these ships themselves. I really wish we had this submarine here. It could really do something nice. This submarine, by the way, I sent out a little bit deeper because we know about this potentially hostile submarine over there, and we do need to do something about that. Well, that's going to be okay. Okay, you have definitely passed. These guys, you are returning to base. That's perfectly fine. Doing so on military speed, you're doing normal speed, fine. We've got these straighter tankers and these Raptors, which are refueling, so that should also be okay. I think we probably want to send out some... Well, let's first go for these HARM missiles here. They're very vulnerable, very valuable. God damn it! And that should be okay, right? You've indeed outrun your the guys that were trying to catch you. Can turn here, try to deplete their ammunition. Just it's a little bit cheesy, but on the other hand, I don't think so. They would probably attack us anyway if they could. These Raptors are going to glance by this area over here. I'm not too afraid about that because they do indeed have very good stealth capabilities. A couple of Su-27s over here launching from... Where did you actually launch from? I don't think you had that many air bases. Probably only this one and this one, right? Another contact provided by the FU... Ooh, really? Over here? Yeah, well, we've lost basically all of our radar capabilities here, so don't know that much about these ships anyway, so yeah. It's a little bit unfortunate, but oh well. Let's make sure you're at maximum altitude. These ships are forming up with each other, so Gonna have to see about that. Ooh. And I think with the Sachsen here, this is our anti-submarine warfare patrol pattern. And I think it would be okay to sort of do it a little bit more coney. Like this. That should be okay. Good. And we're gonna merge them up. This guy is streaming ahead somewhat fastly. It's a little bit slower to catch up. Ooh, another missile launch. Where's that? Ah, okay, it's you. That's okay. That means we can turn you around again. Get you to afterburner speed, let's say. Just at least for the beginning. That should be okay. You're going to be bingo fueling anyway. Yeah, you have. So that's okay. Yeah, I think we're going to be alright there. Good. Right, let's see. What else have we got? I think really the most important thing, the next most important thing is, well, you guys can return to base. That's fine. Do expend your ammunition. I'm perfectly happy for you to do this. And then you guys. Let's have a look at the HARM missile over here. You've also got the MRMD, which is a pretty good one. So that's an anti-air missile, 75 miles. That's good. Pretty much no launch restrictions. Home on jam. Home on jam, really? Ooh. Anti-air all aspect. Capable versus sea skimmer level cruise fight. All of that is very good. It's fairly fast, so that's nice. Let's stop here for a second. And the HARM missile itself is even more interesting, I think. So, tactical air-to-surface missile designed to home on electric transmissions, so from radar systems, yada yada. All of that is good. Cruise altitude is fairly high. Launch altitude is just like anywhere. And the range does not, I think, depend on the launch altitude. So what we might in fact want to do is get in low towards these targets. Getting lower would mean, on these F-16s, would mean burning more fuel, and we only have a bingo fuel range of 200. Let's scroll down all the way down here and see how much fuel consumption you would have. So on cruise speed, you would have about 43 kilos per minute down there. So you'd burn pretty much twice as much fuel as we do on this altitude. So that would cut our range sort of in half. But you know what? I think that's going to be alright. So what we're going to do here is ask these guys to go on minimum altitude, terrain following pattern. And that should be fine so that we are guarded off from these radar installations. Right. Down here in Neuenburg, we've launched this flight of Eurofighter Typhoons. Now let's get them over here towards our target area, and that should be okay. Right, who are you? You're F-16 Eagles. We could come in from the other side as well and just try to launch at these guys over here. Let's sally you forth a little bit more like that. You are still fine. And you guys will probably launch from over here, roundabout at this bunch of units, some of which are definitively anti-air units and radar installations. Right. Are you guys here turning back to port? Yeah, I think you are. Good. Likewise, you are going to Klaipėda. So we've got about 7 Russian naval vessels left over here. And I do think we have another group of 3 down over here, which we consider to be potentially unfriendly. At some point maybe the Finns will join us, but that'd be okay. Okay, you know what? You have identified these guys. Can you come over here? Just to check that out. Missiles are coming forward here. I think we should go to at least military speed. Just gain a little bit of an advantage there. These Su-35s. We've got a couple of F-16s over here. Maybe we can take out a couple of their fighters. That would be lovely. By the way, let's have a look at the air base over here. I think there are a couple of F-16s here from the Portuguese Air Force. Oh, you're going to be ready in 10 minutes. That's lovely. Still a long time in modern air combat. These Typhoons, about 3 hours. Yeah, we lost a couple of aircrafts over there earlier in the conflict. Not this episode, but earlier. You guys are returning to base. That's lovely. And then, yeah, I think we can actually accelerate time here a little bit. Keep an eye on the situation in Lithuania. Ooh, that was a little bit fast. No. Ooh, guys. Ooh, guys. No. Okay, stop it. You guys, you should lay chav if you can, and then I would also like you to not do any evasion, but try to run away this way at afterburner speed. New missiles being launched up over there, and I think these SU-35s might be turning away. Maybe, we don't know. Come on. I thought you were out of range. I thought you'd be able to do that. Look at that. Look at that. Just how far is that away? 1 mile. 1 mile away from you. Yeah. Jesus, that was so close. That was so close. Okay, you need to come up over there. You need to go on military speed. You know what? You can go to max altitude if you want. Yeah, you're reaching bingo fuel, and honestly I don't really care about that because you need to run away from these missiles. And they are coming at you at about 2,400. You're running away at 400, so about a 6. Yeah, that might be kind of tough. You've reached bingo fuel. You need to be faster, my friends. You need to be faster. Can I override the bingo fuel situation? Bingo fuel. Fuel state pre-planned. Bingo fuel. Terminate mission. With planned reserve fuel. Joker, Joker, Joker. With planned reserve fuel. No, I can only do this. I can only do this. And that's a problem. Okay. Right, let's see what's going to happen over there. And we've got another SU-27 over here. You're coming in towards these F-16s, interestingly enough. We've also got these Raptors. I think you might be able to engage some of these guys. And you might be able to engage them over there. Where are our tornadoes? They are over there. That's okay. Well, this is the tough question down there. Let's accelerate time. Will you be able to make it? I don't think you will. You'd need to be extremely fast. You can't. You just can't. Okay. That's a bad sign. Other than that, though, we are bringing in our strike pattern here to engage some of these surface-to-air missiles, which really are the big issue for us at this very moment. So let's see how that is going to work, and I'm going to pause here and leave that as a cliffhanger for next time. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Bye-bye.